Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing a whip and chat this morning. I got up super early this morning, but it is 5:34 a.m. On November 5th, Tuesday, November 5th. I couldn't sleep great last night. I fell back asleep and then I took my CPAP mask off, and of course every time I do that I wake up with a headache. It's better now, it's gone finally. But I can't ever sleep too long. It's the weirdest thing. I kept having these headaches for years. I would wake up with these headaches and I never knew why. I thought it was sinuses. It wasn't every single day, but it was a lot. You know, I used to have severe migraines back in the day. These weren't as bad, and usually by the time I got up, moved around, drank some coffee, they go away, or I take some like Tylenol sinus or something. And, I didn't realize all these years that it was because I was having sleep apnea. I do not know why it triggers a headache. I haven't even looked into that. I just know that every time I take my mask off, it triggers a headache. Let me see. Should I put the light on for this? Oh, I can't. Anyway, so I am actually working on a new painting. This is, and it's upside down because I started this way and then I flip it around and start working on the other side. It is what is this thing called? Hold on a second. Does it not have a name on it? Oh my god. It's Cozy Christmas. I know that's what it's called. And that's what it looks like. And you guys are going to see the reveal of this, or the unboxing of this, within the next few days. It's an amazing canvas. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I fell in love with it. And I'm like, you know what? I even said in the video, I'm like, I want to get this up. Now, I just started this on the 3rd and I'm already this far. It's like, it's working up quick because there's a good amount of color blocking and I'm just enjoying it. I really love the colors. It's very kind of old-fashioned. Like if you look at it, it's got like a vintage vibe to it. Even though if you look at the girl, it's not really, but it's an old house. And let's see if I bring it in closer and turn on the light, you can see it better. You see it? And you guys, I always make a copy of this because the sticker sheet comes apart and stuff. I can't be bothered. But anyway, yeah, so let me pan out. It's a beautiful painting. I am loving it. So yeah, so it's early morning. Howie's on my lap because my husband works very late nights now. And he's been, once he's fine all night. He's in his crate. He's fine all night. Once I get up and I let him out of his crate, he just will start barking. Now it's, what did I say? It was 5:30, 5:38. He'll just bark unless he's on my lap. Now, the other videos when I do and he's barking, he can't be on my lap when I'm doing that. But when I'm here, but he'll bark like even if I'm in the kitchen generally. But for some weird reason, in the mornings, if he's on my lap, he's quiet. And I can't have him on my lap all the time anyway. As a matter of fact, him being on my lap really hurts my back. Really hurts my back a lot. But it's okay. I won't have him forever. My little old man, he's already 13. No, is he 13 already? No, he's going to be 13. He's going to be 13 in April. Because my grandson is like 6 months behind him. I mean, ahead of him, I should say. Anyway, look at these pretty drills. These are fairy dust. These are the green fairy dust. Look. Now these, you actually can see the sparkle. I'll bring it even a little bit closer. Some of the, like I have white, you can't really see it. Like the white is, it'll be like, there's a spot here that has, I'll show you after, but there's spots in the thing that has white. But and when I do it, I'll show you because I'm almost done with this section. Yeah, it's a really pretty, and this is the one color that I really actually do like in the fairy dust. The rest of them I don't care so much. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good day today. Get out and vote if you haven't voted yet. My husband and I are going to go vote together. And then I actually might go later with my sister. do our civic duty, do our thing. And also, you know what? Let's just try to not get crazy, you know? I've resigned myself to the fact that no matter who wins, you know, just, I don't know, just deal with it. It's not, honestly, I don't know, that we've gotten so polarized lately with so much. It's like, you know what, I'm convinced, I'm 100% convinced the powers that be divide us because they knew if we were united, you know, that they wouldn't be able to get away with what they get away with. I am 100% convinced of that. I've said it in my other video, and I'll say it again. I have people that I love, that I am friends with on both sides of the aisle. Some people are rabid anti-Trumpers. Some people are rabid anti-whatever, Harris or Biden or whatever. You know, I got my own personal opinions, and you know, I take that I take that to my personal Facebook page. You know, I'm actually pretty vocal, but I only do it with people that are on my page because I really, honestly, for the most part, really believe most of it should be personal, you know. I try to bring awareness of some things, but hey, you know, to each their own. And honestly, I also know that a lot of it is perspective. It's like where you're at right now. Like, I'm not the same person I was even 5 years ago, let alone 20, 30 years ago. I can honestly tell you I voted on both sides of the spectrum. You know, depending, I always try to, in my estimation, I think of like who's gonna hurt me and my family the least. But I'll tell you, in the end, most of the time, like all the fear mongering and all that, most of the time it's been nothing but utter BS on both sides. Utter BS. You know, there's always, you know, this, and it's been like that. If you look up any of the other elections, like say even 100 years ago, same thing. Same thing. The world's gonna come to an end, blah, 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 the whole bullshit, you know, it's all BS. You know, but yeah, get out and vote. Whoever you want to vote for, you know, vote your conscience. I won't hold it against you. You know, I'll still love you regardless, because you know what, like I said before, and I'll say it again, your political affiliation is a very small part of who you are, you know. I know for me, it's a very small part of who I am. You know, I got a lot more facets to me than who I vote for, you know. So I wish we could go back to a time when it wasn't like this, but whatever. It will eventually, I think. It will eventually, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. I wish it was a national holiday, though, so everybody could go out and vote, unless, like, say you're a nurse or something and you have to work. Then at that point, they can give you, you know, a couple of hours, a week or two before to do it, you know. I really think it should be something where you make it, like, I don't know, more festive in a way, like a national holiday, you know. Where people go out and do their thing, then go out to breakfast, or go out to coffee, go out to lunch, whatever, dinner, anything you want. You know, I think it would be fun. You know, I'd like that. Anyway, other than that, let's see, what do I have going on? I'm thinking of doing my Christmas party this year. We didn't do it last year. I think in my last whip and chat I explained I was super sick. I planned it, but by that time we were getting real close, like within 3 days. I'm like, I can't do this. There's no way. And so now I'm like, all right, didn't do it last year. Everybody loves it. Should I do it this year? Now I do love Howie's over here. He's gonna whine, okay, for a second. Oh, no, he didn't. I do love having everybody, you know, over. And I'll tell you right now, In my family, they're both sides. We have some very super right and very super left. And when we get together, we don't talk politics, and that's okay. We don't have to. But we still love each other, okay? And wish each other well. So anyway, I'd love to see everyone, but here's the thing. It's a lot of work. Now, when I've done it before, I didn't have my granddaughter to watch on certain days. So whenever I have her, she's still so little. And when she takes a nap, I actually have to lay down with her because I don't have a crib or anything for her to go in. So she winds up taking pretty much my entire day, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying every moment I get with her, okay? I have no problem with that. But I'm just saying, I don't have the time that usually I would have to, like, prepare the house and all that. So, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about a party, although I think it would be a good thing, for us all to get together and enjoy being together, because we don't see each other except now, if somebody gets married, and more than likely it's a funeral, So it would be really nice to just kind of hang out with everyone, see the kids, the nephews, the nieces, the grandnephews, grandnieces. They've all gotten so big. Because I don't see them that often. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe how big they've grown. You know how life is. Life gets really crazy and goes super fast, especially with little kids. They grow really, really fast. Anyway. So yeah, that's what I have going on. Thinking of doing a Christmas party. The reason I mentioned it before Thanksgiving is because usually we'll do the invitations. We usually do Facebook invites. Unless someone doesn't have Facebook, then I'll give them a call. But mostly everybody has Facebook, except like my mother, We'll do the invitations like now, so they know, because it would be like the only time available with my son and the kids that he has available with the kids is December 14th, because he shares the kids with his son's mother, and his girlfriend shares her kids with her kid's father, and they pick the same weekend. So I want the kids to be here, so I have to make that decision. I'll probably make it today or tomorrow, because in the end it's really up to me, because I wound up doing all the work. So let's see. Hold on. I'm looking on this next number, 58. So yeah, it's the reason why I mentioned before Thanksgiving. Now, we do have Thanksgiving coming up, and I just put on my Thanksgiving decorations. Now, I don't have a ton of Thanksgiving stuff. I'm going to show you this one too. This is white, but I got to pan in and turn on the light so you can see it. This is the white. I see it's going to be really hard to see. But can you see the fairy dust on there? The little bit of glitter. That's what I'm saying. With those, it's tough to see. You can see it, but unless the light's super shining on it, I really don't see it. Like, I have some in a section over here, and I'll pan out. I have it in this section here. It's right here. Yeah, I don't really see it too much, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. It's still white. As I was saying, that one has something on it. Hang on. As I was saying, I have Thanksgiving. I put my Thanksgiving stuff out. Of course, I picked the one that has something on it, right? And it's not a lot. I do mainly there's a lot of Halloween stuff, but between the fall, Thanksgiving, and Halloween, or fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving, a lot of the stuff kind of like overlaps, because I have a lot of fallsy pumpkins and flowers and different things like that. But I do have like some just strictly Thanksgiving, like turkeys, stuffed turkeys that I got at a place called the Christmas Tree Shop, that is no longer available because some idiots bought the company, and within, I don't know, it sold I think twice, and within like 5 years they had it shut down, which is horrible, because it was a staple of the area, especially for the holidays. People loved going in there. It wasn't just Christmas stuff. It's called the Christmas Tree Shop. The original one, I think, or shops, I should say. The original one, I believe, was in the Cape, or at the Cape, which I went to once, many, many, many years ago. And it was just like a little, I don't know, like it wasn't a thrift store, but it was just like a little tiny store at the time. And then they got big and they made a bunch of stores, and everybody loved it. And then when we found out it was going to close, I'm telling you, we were sad. We're still sad. I go by that building because this Hobby Lobby, no, Joann's is in the same plaza, and it just looks so sad. That building looks so sad. I hope somebody buys it and restarts it. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have the stuff that I put out, and you know, so right after Thanksgiving, I put out my Christmas stuff. You know, it winds up being a ton of work. I'll be honest, I'm getting tired of putting so many things out. I even have like a large village, a huge village. I have a ton of different pieces. And they look so nice, but it takes me days. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I'm probably reiterating what I said before. Anyway, because we're at that time of year. It's the holidays, that time of year, you know, and my point being with, you know, the holidays, I get super stressed because I do it to myself, you know. I overextend myself, you know, and I don't know if I want to do it today or this year. You know, I really don't. I don't know. But then again, everyone's like, you really love it. And I do. I do love it. But, I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of work. I'm not sure I'm up to it. Like I said, I'll make that decision. But anyway, the thing too is I also wind up cooking a very large meal for my entire family on my side. So it's my sister, her girls, their spouses, or significant others, my kids, their significant others, and the grandchildren. And it winds up being a very stressful time for me. You know, back in the day, like a few years ago, I used to make like bunches of cookies and give them out and stuff. I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm a very good cookie baker, because when I worked with the nuns, they liked fresh cookies. So they even had my nuns ran this program. It's the only program in the country like it. It was girls who were aging out of DCF, but they still needed a place to stay because with DCF, Department of Children's and Families, some places it's called DSS. That's what we used to call it here, Department of Social Services. These kids that, you know, wind up homeless, taken away from their parents for whatever reason. And these girls when they age out, they have nowhere to go. And unfortunately, once they turn 18, they kind of like cut off from the programs, you know, from the kids' programs. So my nuns, and they don't do this anymore because they closed the convent, sadly. And my boss, who passed away, was the one that was running the program at the time. They used to run this is an AB, and their babies love to stick. Let me see. Let me try to get it a little dirty here. They used to do every year a golf tournament with the Department of Social Services. The guy that ran it, Eric, such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. They would get money for the girls, you know, like if they needed bedding or if they needed clothing. So they would, I don't know, have like 120 people or whatever. So I used to have to make these batches of cookies, and I would start, usually it was in June, and I would start in May, and I would freeze them, you know, because I couldn't do it all in 1 week. Generally, I only worked there 3 hours a day just for the morning to make lunch. And I would make all these batches of cookies. And they always came back and they're like, oh, we love those cookies. Now, I have a couple of my own recipes that I created in between. And there's one really good recipe. It's kind of like an oatmeal cookie, but I added coconut and cranberries or craisins. and nuts. And it was so good. Now, I have it written down. I don't even remember the exact measurements of whatever. But there is a little bit of oatmeal, I believe, in it. And it was really tasty. And that one in particular, people were always like, oh my God, that's so good. And it was. And so I used to make all these cookies. And honestly, it was just too much. It was just too much. First of all, most of us are actually trying to watch our weight. Now, here's the thing. I've made all those cookies over the years, the entire time that I worked there. And I worked there, I think, 13 years. And I made cookies at home. When my kids were home, I would make cookies. And I maybe ate in the entire time, and I'm not lying, maybe, and this is an exaggeration because I don't even think I have this many, maybe 10, probably 3 or 4, because I am not a huge cookie fan, okay? And it was just like I made them, but it was like, nah, not my thing, So, believe it or not, yeah, I made them all the time, and I hardly ever had any. Everyone else loved them, but I was like, yeah, they're okay. And they are good. It's just not my thing. I'm not a huge cookie fan. Never have been. I'm not a huge Oreo fan. I actually never buy cookies, even when I go to the store and get snacks or whatever, which I don't usually. My husband's the one that gets the snacks. He's the skinny one. He's the one that eats everything. I never, ever get cookies. I would get potato chips over cookies. So it's just one of those things. So yeah, we have a big Thanksgiving. What do you guys do for Thanksgiving? Do you guys have a big Thanksgiving? Do you go out? Do you travel? I can't even imagine traveling for Thanksgiving or any holiday for that matter. I mean, I won't fly because I'm terrified of flying, but I mean, someday I probably will. I think I'm getting over the fear of a lot of stuff. But I just couldn't imagine doing it. I think the stress would drive me crazy if these are sticking to each other. I wouldn't be able to, I don't think. I would wait till after, or I'd do it before. So there's not all those people. I mean, I am not a huge crowd person. And even like the party that I throw here, I sometimes just have to go in my bedroom or into the bathroom and take a minute away from like everybody because it winds up being too much. Like it gets overwhelming for me. Not that I'm afraid of people. I'm not. I actually love people. But when there's too much going on, it's just, I don't know if my energy just picks up on so much that I'm just like, I gotta go take a break. I get overwhelmed. And it's not for long. It's like 5-10, no, not even 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, if that. I'll just go and take a little bit of a breather. I don't like a lot of noise either. And when there's parties, it's loud, and it rattles my nerves, especially after a certain time. Because, I go to bed super early. Let's see, I go to bed generally, I mean, I'm usually in my pajamas, especially now that it's just getting dark. I'm usually in my pajamas by like 5, 6 o'clock. As soon as it starts to get dark, there's my excuse to get in my pajamas, I don't like wearing pajamas all day. I know some people do. I don't. I like to get dressed in whatever way. I always look like I'm half homeless, though, because I'm just always not sweatpants. They're not sweatpants. They're like stretchy pants, comfy pants, and t-shirts, and half my t-shirts are stained from cooking, because I'm one of those people. Plus, I'm one of those people, every time I eat, I wind up wearing my food. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm a little chesty, and everything just falls on that section, I'm like, what the hell? Everyone else is a clean eater. I'm like, I don't even know what. I'm just like a slob. I don't mean to be. It just drips everywhere. So, yeah, I need to usually take a break from everybody, for just a couple of minutes. But yeah, I don't know. I think I may not do it. I don't really know yet. Like I said, I have to make that decision, and I know the kids really want it, but you know what? they're, I mean, I don't want to be a jerk either. You know, it's only once a year and it's only for a day. Although, like I said, I wind up, doing a lot of the work, preparing the house generally. Cleaning and stuff, which is, I mean, my house is generally clean. Like, I could use a dusting here and there. Honestly, the one thing I probably won't do is the floors. Because especially if there's snow or rain or anything on the ground, by the time you get 5 people in your house, you can't even tell your floors haven't been done. So, as far as the floors go, generally they look good anyway. I'll just sweep up, But as far as the floors go, I'm not washing any floor until after both Thanksgiving, and if I decide to do that party, I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. Anyway, I figure, you know what? I got up super early. I'd sit here and do a whip and chat to you guys for a little while. Hope for the best for the country. I really do. I don't care who wins at this point, I mean, I do. I have a candidate. I do care who wins, but whoever wins, I'm hoping that they do well, because I don't want, my fellow country men, women, children, everybody to suffer. I really don't. I hope whoever wins, they do a good job for the country. And honestly, the way I look at it is we're not marrying either of these people. It's not for life. And just hope that they do a good job. That if they can manage it, they can do a good job. I wish everybody well, honestly. But what are you going to do? All right, well, I'm getting close to being finished here. I only have this one. See how pretty this is? Isn't this so pretty? I love this. It's beautiful. It's such a pretty canvas. Wow, I'm so glad I kitted this up. I'm still working on Sunday Morning in Spring. I'm definitely at the halfway point, or almost past the halfway point. Before, I thought I was at the halfway point before. I was just slightly behind it. Now I think I'm pretty much right at the halfway point. Once I'm done with this one, I'll start working back on that one. Now, with this one, I actually took the tower apart with the other one, and I rebagged some up to a certain amount of the drills. Not a big deal, because I know I can easily rebag the drills and stuff. It's or put them back on the tower. It's really not a big deal, Not a problem. See these trays? These trays are not great. I really, really love these trays. The Diamond Art Club older trays. Like, I have this one here, and it's good if I have to, if I have this tray here. This one's great, but it doesn't fit in my little tower here, a big tower, whatever. It fits in a certain section, fits underneath, but it doesn't fit at the top where I have the majority of them. But I don't have all of them yet, because some of them downstairs I haven't taken them out of those, although I've checked a lot of those canvases. Still, a lot of them I haven't shown you guys, But this tray, it's very thin at the top. Like, this section here is super thin, so they can go out, and it just doesn't. I don't know, because it's so thin. I don't like to wiggle it too much, because then they come flying out. Now, another thing I wanted to show you is these trays. A lot of people like these. I don't know why. Because when you put them on here, you can't even see the drills. I have to put them over here. Probably going to have to just paint them white or something underneath. Because with those, I can't see squat. Sometimes I'll just put them in this tray here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. I'm glad they went to the white. I think the white's so much better than the clear. Don't like the clear. I mean, I think it's a good idea in theory. In practicality, it's not. It's not a good idea at all. So, I wanted to just say hi. Go out and vote. Do your thing. Enjoy your day. Don't stress. Don't stress. I've literally resigned myself to whatever happens. No, I just hope people don't get stupid. Don't get stupid. you know, with the whole whatever rioting or whatever. You know, I really hope people just don't get stupid, because it's pointless. The only people you're hurting are the people in your neighborhoods, your own people. You know, like you're not helping anybody, no matter who does it. I don't care. You're not helping anybody. Just, go, you know what? Go live your life. Go be a good person. Go raise your family or whatever you want to do. Go be an artist. I don't know, whatever. And just live your life and because in the end, in the big scope of things, when you think about them, when you come down to that moment where you take your last breath, it's not going to matter who the hell you voted for. Nobody's going to you're not going to care. Nobody's going to give a rat's ass about it. And what really matters is those you've loved and what, you've done in your life that mattered. None of this baloney. It's just silly. I don't know. People are crazy. That's all I gotta say. When it comes to that, people are crazy. All right, next section. Look at this. So pretty. I love this. I love this. Now, like I said, this has a lot of color blocking. I think I'm just going to do this section now. I've been doing like this size section, but it never winds up being like exact. So the last one's usually winds up being longer, which is fine by me. I don't mind. I don't care. So I'm going to wind up doing that. Now I just got to pick the right color. And Howie's over here. No. You lay down. I don't want your ear or your hair on my canvas. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, he's just laying down and readjusting himself, but I really don't want his little fuzzy ears on my on this canvas. That would not be a good thing. That would not be a good thing, All right, let's see. What do I have? Let's see. What are we at? 31 minutes. I don't know if anybody wants to listen to me ramble on for longer than that. So I guess I will leave it at that. I hope you all have a beautiful day. I really, really do. I love you guys. You guys are such sweet people. The ones that comment, like, whatever. You guys are just such sweet people. All of you, I truly appreciate you. And I don't care who you vote for. I really don't. Vote for whoever, vote your conscience, vote for whoever you in your heart feel would do a better job. That's all. That's the way I look at it. Vote for whoever you'd feel would do a better job. Like you'd pick a doctor or you'd pick a job, even a job. Like what job would you want to do? You do it that way. I try to be logical about it. Who's going to do a better job, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But that's just my opinion. Everybody has a right to that. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I truly appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. Love you all so much. Take care. Blessings and thank you.